Yes. No, don't worry. It's not here. You have taken it. Okay. Members of the National Assembly here present, honorable ministers, visiting governors or their reps, visiting chancellors and pro-chancellors and vice-chancellors of universities, members of the State House of Assembly, visiting vice-chancellors, Mr. Vice-Chancellor, and members of Senate of the National Open University, staff and students of the National Open University, heads of federal parastatals, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the press. Most distinguished, most honorable, Your Royal Highness, Igwe Ambassador Lawrence Ohiolilo Chikeze Ogubuzo, OON KSM, Eze Obunanchendu of Ezema Olo Autonomous Community, will you pledge that throughout your tenure of office, you will uphold and preserve jointly and severally the statutes, liberties, customs, laws, and privileges of the National Open University of Nigeria, completely, faithfully, without partiality, without favor, as much as lies within you? In like manner, will you perform faithfully all the functions of the Chancellor, the highest office of the university?
I promise to perform my duties faithfully and diligently as Chancellor of the National Open University of Nigeria.
I, Professor Julius A. Okoji, OON, Executive Secretary, National Universities Commission, on behalf of Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and visitor to the National Open University of Nigeria, declare as follows. Having duly appointed Your Royal Highness, Igwe Ambassador Lawrence Ohililo Chikeze Ogubuzo, OONKSM, Eze Ogumenchendo of Ezenwa Olu Autonomous Community, in accordance with the powers conferred on me as the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and visitor to the National Open University of Nigeria, now have the greatest pleasure to formally install you as the Chancellor of the National Open University of Nigeria, and to present Your Royal Highness with the scroll containing the university's laws. I heartily congratulate you on this appointment and wish you every success.
Your Royal Highness, Igwe Ambassador Lawrence Okolio Chikezi Agubuzu, OON, Ezema of Olo Kingdom, having been duly appointed Chancellor of the National Open University of Nigeria, NOUN, I now respectfully call on the Vice Chancellor to formally pledge the loyalty and support of the university. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir.
I, Professor Vincent Adotenebe, Vice Chancellor of the National Open University of Nigeria, NOUN, do pledge to you, our worthy and beloved Royal Highness, Igwe Ambassador Lawrence Okolio Chikezie Agubuzu, Ezema of Olo Kingdom, the loyalty and support of the entire university. I now respectfully invite you as the Chancellor to preside over the convocation in accordance with Section 4(1) of the National Open University of Nigeria, NOU Act number 6 of 1983.
We will now confer the honorary degree honoris causa on the Chancellor. No.
Yes.
May I call on the Vice Chancellor to present His Royal Highness Igwe Ambassador Lawrence Okolio Chikezi Agubuzu, OON, Ezema of Olo Kingdom, for the conferment of Doctor of Laws, LLD Honors, Honoris Causa of the National Open University of Nigeria. Can the orator please step forward?
May I call on the orator to read his citation on His Royal Highness.
Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Executive Secretary of the National Universities Commission, eminent personalities here present, the Vice Chancellor, members of the University Council, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I have your permission to present the citation of the Chancellor of the National Open University of Nigeria. It is not often that the meteor appears in the skies. Anytime it does, its glaze dazzles and dwarfs the shine of other stars, and it is noticed the world over. This short epithet encapsulates the personality of the moment. Lawrence Okolio Chikezie Agubuzu, a sui generis Nigerian. From his humble beginning at St. Joseph's Catholic Central School, Olo, Enugu, it was clear that Lawrence was a star who was determined to set paces for his pals and make the nation proud in the future. After completing his studies in flying colors at the Our Lady of Lourdes Higher Elementary Teacher Training College, Iwalo, Enugu, he made bold and successful attempts at the University of London General Certificate of Education, ordinary level and advanced level, both by tuition. The results served as the pivot for his admission into the University of Nigeria in July 1967. There he bagged a Bachelor of Science in Political Science in the second class upper division, and indeed was the best political science graduate of that year. Between 1962 and 1965, he had short stints as a primary school teacher at Ogrugu, Adaba, and Umerum, all in the then Nzuka division of Eastern Nigeria, and as acting principal, Community Secondary School, Ezema Olo, Enugu, as teacher and acting principal, respectively. Right from 1971, the determination to excel was a latent factor in all decisions taken by the young Lawrence, and as will be seen shortly, his career in the Foreign Service of Nigeria exemplified excellence, commitment, and overt reward for hard work. He started in 1971 as an assistant secretary at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Lagos, and moved steadily through the ranks, particularly heading various Nigerian missions abroad. Indeed, his first appointment was as the first secretary, political, economic, education, and consular at Monrovia. He served in the same capacity at Brussels much later. In 1977, he was elevated to the rank of Chancellor and Head of Chancery at Brussels. During the same period, he served as a member of the African, Caribbean, and Pacific Staff Regulations Committee at Brussels. His commitment to duty was noticed at the headquarters in Lagos. This was one of the reasons for his recall to Nigeria as a Counselor, Establishments and Training, Ministry of External Affairs. It was in that office that he was responsible to the Director of Administration for the induction of newly recruited Foreign Service officers, most of who are respected diplomats today. In 1981, in recognition of his successful outing at the various postings, he was appointed the Minister Counselor at the Embassy of Nigeria, Washington. That same year, he successfully completed a Master of Science in Political Science at the University of Lagos. With all these achievements, ladies and gentlemen, it is impossible for our honoree to stay too long outside Nigeria.